Hello everybody, Lathander here. I just want to take a minute to give you a quick and dirty tip on how to beat Elder Gongsun in the lowest effort possible. He can be a bit of a challenge if you decide to go hard on the offensive and press him with attacks. He will counterattack and go into his long flurry of kicks and whatnot, and it can be a bit of a challenge. If you want to eliminate that entire challenge, we're going to exploit the fact that he is a purely defensive fighter and he only counterattacks, along with the fact that we're given the no-name swords Q and tilde ability, which I have rebound to F5, so don't get confused if you look at my skill array. The Q ability is what we're going to use to damage him. The tilde ability is what we're going to use to simply interrupt his chi heal. The Q has three activations in the combo. The first one is a dash in. That one we're going to use to gap close. The second one really doesn't matter, but it has to be used very quickly after the initial gap close. Otherwise, the ability goes on cooldown and you don't get to use the third one. The third one is what we're going to use to damage him. The first two strikes don't really matter. The third one will do about half of his chi bar in damage. If you can hit him with the second and third hit in that little chain, great, but try not to hit him with all three. Otherwise, it can incite him to counterattack. But that's essentially what we're going to do. Allow me to demonstrate. We're going to Q in, Q again, we're going to create some distance, and then we're going to Q a third time, about half of his chi bar in damage. Wait for Q to cool down, monitor him just to make sure he doesn't decide to heal his chi. Q into Q, back out, Q a third time, there's our first knockdown, and we're just going to repeat that 5 times. Wait for Q to cool down, Q into Q, back out, Q again, back out, watch and wait in case he decides to heal himself. It's a good idea to keep moving because it will keep you oriented in his direction, just in case, because the energy wave can miss. It will fire forward, not necessarily at the target, unless you are facing the target. Q, back out, Q again, back out. Watch and wait in case he decides to try and heal himself. Q and Q. Back out. Interrupt. And then we Q him again. Back out. Oh, we might be able to get him with the F5. I don't think so. He always dodges. And so then we're gonna Q into Q, knock him down. You know what? I'm not gonna push my luck. We'll wait for Q to cool down instead of trying to get him with it there. Might have been able to, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm gonna press it. Dash away, Q, dash away, watch and wait. Ready to interrupt him in case he decides to heal. Wait for Q to cool down. It's off cooldown. Q into Q. Back out. Interrupt him. Q again, and we can knock him down one more time. Wait for Q to cool down. Q into Q. Back out. Q again. Oh! I pressed him a little too heavily there. So now he's going to do his attack chain. Ugh. Okay. Interrupt that. Q into Q. Back out. Q again. Back out. Watch and wait. And this will be game, set, match. Q into Q. Back out. And Q again for the easy win. And there you have it. It does take the entire challenge out of the fight, but he can be a bit of a pain in the butt. So if you really are having no luck and you're getting frustrated, just use this method and it's basically a sure win. That said, good luck in your adventures. Lathander out.